41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Gerard, Black in the Philippines, with the truth. I want to thank you for stopping by my channel. I want to welcome all my new subscribers, my old heads, my curiosity seekers, those of you just popping in just to check me out. Welcome, and I hope you enjoy the ride. Well, don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, share, and like. And remember I told you about that trick, right? Ask to use somebody's phone, go on YouTube, put in Gerard Black in the Philippines. When it comes up, hit subscribe, change the screen, and give them back their phone. I really like to increase some of my subscribers. Hopefully that will do the trick. And watch a commercial or two, because I sure hell hate to have to put up a Patreon just to see where your heart really is. Well, I had an interesting day yesterday. You know what's funny? Knowing how the type of mood your girlfriend is in is very important. You know, with me, I can read her like a book. You know, in the morning, like I always wake up with a smile on my face, like I said, and I'm getting ready to go play tennis, and you know, she's not giving me eye contact. You know, she has like a back turn, and I know she's in one of these moods. And I know that any word, not a particular word, but any word can lead into a conversation that Ichiban, go, Ichiban, go. Oh, there she go. Will lead into I don't want to see you. Will lead into okay, I'll give you a Tahi rub. Okay, you got your Tahi rub. Okay, now go. I don't want to see you. I call it the Tahi rub because whenever I'm in the bathroom, when I'm taking care of my business, she would come put their paws on it, and I scratch them on their chest. And so that's where Tahi rub started with Okimi, and now it's morphed into Ichiban. But Ichiban just gets so demanding. The shooters come Tahi rub. So I give it to her. But anyway, so I know to stay away from certain things, you know, like what your plans are for the day or whatever. So it's just easily quieting for me to just get my tennis gear and creep one out and go play tennis. So you know, it's Sunday, so I figure on the way back I'll stop by the market. You know, I'll show you what I picked up. You know, pick up some. Just the meat, you know, so just that, because I know we were lacking in the refrigerator. And so anyway, so you know, I come home, and you know, I get home, and you see the video, see what it's like. But that wasn't enough. So you know, we got into this conversation that she wants to do the shopping and all this stuff, and I said, well, you know, why don't you say so? I will give you money to go shopping or whatever. But you know, it's that I have to read you type of body language that I have to read to know what it is or what you really want to say or what you really don't want to say. So anyway, so she started talking about all the stuff we need, all this stuff, and so I said, look, I tried. I tried to pick up some things. You know? But the reason I say this, because I'm going to put this little clip in here. It's from Family Guy. I don't know if it's going to show, but in case it doesn't show, I'm going to explain it to you. It's a segment where Peter comes home, and he says, well, you know, on my way, I stopped by the grocery store and picked up a couple of things. And Lois says, you what? And she, whoom, she body slams him down and she punches him. She said, I only have one thing that's mine, and that's I do the shopping. You know, then he's you say I don't do enough. She said, yeah, I like saying it, more than I like you doing it. so that's where we left. That's where we kind of left off at.
Hey, I'm home. I got groceries.
You what?
Yeah, I was driving past there and we were out of some stuff, so I...
You listen to me, you son of a bitch. I've got one thing in this lifetime. One thing!
You always say I never do anything around here.
Yeah, I like saying that more than I like you doing things.
But, you know, it turned out to be a good prosperous day for her. You know, I given her 3,000 pesos, you know, for her to get things or whatever. And then she sold another puppy. So, you know, so now she's close to 10,000 pesos in her pocket before she goes to bed. I think more like 8 or something like that. So I told her, you see, we don't worry about money. You know, what's going to happen is going to happen. You know, I don't want to argue about money. I don't want to talk about money. But anyway, you know, check this video out and you'll see what I'm talking about. Our freezer is empty.
Empty, guys.
You know, like this. So Daddy had to go hunting. So I had to take my spear to go hunting and take my like this, you know, to kill whatever I can kill to bring home to feed my family. And this is what I was able to kill.
What is that? Oh, you killed that?
A nice fat piece of tuna. Wow, look at this. Oh, wow. You want this? You guys want this, huh? You want it? You want it? Speak, okay.
You gave that.
Speak on that. Don't you wish? Okay. Look, here's Helen. Helen, look, Helen. No. Okay. So, and then I also had to go in the
water.
also had to go in the jungle, up in the mountains, up Philippines. And I was able to kill this.
That's it.
Look at this. It was a tough battle fighting. I thought it was going to get me. Look what I killed for you guys. Look. You want it? Nah, don't you wish? But I wanted to show you this because this was 700.
How many kilos?
700. This was 400. Well, altogether, you're looking at a little over 5,000 pesos, which is just over $100. So we got a big chunk of tuna, which is something that we don't eat that often. You know what happened when I went to buy? Of course, it's off. No, it's okay. When I went to go buy the fish, the woman there, I know she was trying to pull a fast one on me because I said, how much is this? She said it was 2 something a kilo. So I said, how many in a kilo? She said 2. So when she got to the scale, she only had 1 fish on there. She said, that's 1 kilo. I said, I thought you said 2. So she reached behind the counter and got this fish that was almost stiff as a board. So I said, this is not fresh. And she said, it's fresh, it's fresh. I said, no. I said, I need to go get my wife. So she said, okay, get your wife. Yeah, okay. So, you know, this is what someone had mentioned about the foreign tax that they put on you. Sometimes it's best to take a Filipino with you to buy whatever you need to buy. Because if you're not careful, they will tax you severely. So just like she was going to sell me 1 kilo for 200 something with 1 fish, and when I started to walk away, she put another fish. She said, no, this is 1 kilo, 2 fish. And right then I know you're scamming me, so that's when I bought the tuna, buy some cats, you know what I'm saying? You know. So anyway, so I wanted to throw this in here. Let me switch cameras. I'm going to take the camera, and Mia's going to tell you how she's going to prepare this food. Good.
Yeah.
So what you going to do with it, ma'am? Oh, she's going to trip over it first.
This?
Yeah.
I'm going to
So
later.
Okay, so what part of the pig is that? They said it's the leg.
No, this is the legs. No. This is the body, pork chop. This is ribs.
Ribs, okay.
Yeah. This is, we call this pork chop, but this is too big, so we can cut this later. And then marinate to barbecue.
Okay. And what about the fish?
And the fish?
Yeah.
You can cut also because this is big, and then And then, I don't know what do you want to plan this. What kind of, maybe we can fry it
Yeah,
or steam.
I keep thinking about how my grandmother used to make fish, and I keep waiting to get that, like that.
For
But, yeah.
Filipino, I can fry it and then
Okay.
eat. But it's up for the foreigner. I don't know.
Well,
Put the seasoning like
okay,
that.
okay. Ichiban, look at Ichiban.
Ichiban, eat this.
Mia, cut them off a little piece of the pork. We have to watch.
Wait.
We have to watch Ichiban because
Ichiban.
Ichiban will steal it. What was that she got on the counter one time?
Chicken.
She ate your whole
Fish also. She eat all.
ate all the chicken off the counter. So we have to watch Ichiban.
Here, okay, me.
Yeah.
Helen.
Helen has to smell it first. Oh, she's eating it? Okay, good. Okay, good.
I get this part. And then, Luna.
Luna.
Are you already okay, me?
Look at Luna. Luna said, what about me?
No.
Ichiban. Okay. All right. So Mia, tell everybody, one of my commenters said that they couldn't find your channel. But then I kind of helped them.
My channel?
Yeah.
Your channel?
Your YouTube channel.
My YouTube channel is, it's hard to find because I'm still new. So, I'm going to send the link. Mia Girl.
Tell them to go to your Facebook.
You can search my Facebook, Mia.
Spell
Jalon.
it. Spell it.
MIAJALON.
G.
G. Bisaya. So
J.
And then you can find her and
Then subscribe.
subscribe.
Okay, Mia. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay. I'll be right back. Okay. So, one other thing I want to talk about. Someone asked me about tell you more of the stories of when I first came to the Philippines and what have you. When I first came to the Philippines, I was staying at a hotel called Dynasty Tourist Inn. It's in Cebu. I consider them my family. I stayed there for 9 months. It's very rare for a foreigner or a visitor to stay at any one hotel for that long a period of time. But I stayed there because I got so attached to the staff. I consider them my children. You see, I am a very loyal customer, as I spoke about before. So I stayed there and with them for 9 months. So this one security guard who worked there, and he would just walk right across the street and get something to eat, and I know he was taxing me, that foreign tax, the foreign tax, which is okay. Sometimes it's all right to let someone get over on you. Sometimes it's better not to say something than it is to say something, because saying something will change the whole dynamic of a relationship that you have with this person. And and as long as you can, it's not hurting you, then just let it go. Let's go. I cherish the time that we spend together, regardless. You know what I'm saying? So my pointing that out of what you're doing will only just point out how disloyal you are, or how I know not to trust you. And sometimes it's just better to just leave it alone. Sometimes you are strong as the secret you keep. But anyway, the security guard and I, he would get off and he would come get me, and he would take me for walks throughout the city, which was very nice, And one time we were walking in Cebu, and I passed by the store. You have these little doorways with different type of things in there. You don't know what's inside there or what have you. So what I did was something caught my eye. So I stopped and I said, wait, I want to go in here. So I walked in here, and it was a shrine that was a religious shrine that was in the door. And when I walked in, I met this woman. She said, "Hi, how are you?" And I said, "I'm fine." And so she said, "We have more stuff in the back." It was an antique store, it turned out to be. She said, "We have more in the back." So I said, "Okay." I said, "Can I see?" So she took me in the back and had all these different antique things, it was like, wow. And I saw this big portrait of this woman. I mean, she was very stoic. I mean, she was very beautiful, very glamorous woman, you know. And I said, you know, is this Miss Marcos? Because it looked like she was part, you know, she looked like that type of royalty about herself. And so she said, no, that's her. And she said, would you like to meet her? I said, would I like to meet her? I said, yes. And so her name was Flora. So I said, Flora, come here, somebody wants to meet you. And I heard this frail voice say, okay, give me a minute to get ready. So when she came out, it was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? And having her take a picture by the portrait, I'm gonna see if I can find a picture and put it up there beside it. And taking a picture of her with the portrait was, you know, she was a very nice, very elegant woman. And she showed me other pictures of herself in her glory days, where she was just absolutely stunning, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, so we sat down and, you know, we had a Coke and, you know, and we talked and all this stuff. And you know, she told me she had a granddaughter, you know, who sang. And in fact, you know, her granddaughter turned out to be the first artist who I interviewed when I came to the Philippines. And it left on, it kept snowballing from there. I met her two granddaughters. One was a dancer, and then I met her daughter, who was Ellen Bayou, and you know the rest of the story about that. But anyway, it was one of those times when you just don't walk by. Sometimes there is some real legitimacy, and when they say you have to take time to stop and smell the coffee, because you know the Philippines is full of so much beauty, so much history, you know, so much nostalgia that if you're walking too fast, you'll miss it. You know, and I was very grateful that this security guard took me under his wing and really kind of showed me, you know, a little more than what I would have seen if I had gone at it on my own. At that time, you know, I'm not a person to just walk around and sightsee and all that stuff or whatever. But you know, every now and then, if someone wants to show me something, I will see it. So anyway, I just want to just throw that story in there about how that walk turned into, or that little stop and glance, and turned into something very long-lasting for me that's still a part of me today. So this is Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. Remember, dreams are nothing more than plans awaiting action. Never disrespect the elderly, always pull someone up. And sometimes you're the only one to see a vision. And the best revenge in life is to live good. I'm living good today. I hope you are too. And if you're lucky enough to have a woman like Ollie Woodson, former lead singer of Temptation One Song, treat her like a lady. And ladies, if you're lucky enough to have a good man like me, never say no. And treat him like a king. And remember, I'll always love you more. Now, if you don't mind, let me get back to my sets. 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. I'll always love you more. I'll talk to you later. Peace.